Hello, this is XL, or known as GBO2, and we're going to be talking about the Zero-Shiki Type 2 AR. And the thing about this mobile suit, what Oseraphic Zero would mention, is this thing is an absolute beauty, and I have to agree. I swear to God, man, when I'm using this mobile suit, it just spits rounds, dude. It just spits. And you know what makes this thing even very broken? I'll just give you a little example. I'll give you a little taste. Look at this. Wiggling. Dude, I'm wiggling this mobile suit. Imagine if I'm just wiggling this mobile suit and like a player just trying to aim their gun at me and I'm just wiggling. They can't handle the wiggle on this thing. Going over here and just testing this capability of this mobile suit and just going in for the salient, bazooka, and then melee. And then just to top it off, you know, the player's just looking at you like, oh, okay, he's wiggling, and then he's going to wiggle, and I'm just like, yes, I'm wiggling in the air, and look at me go, and the guys are like, I can't aim at you, I just can't, you're just wiggling too much. I'm just like, yes, I'm going in, I'm wiggling, I'm so broken, I'm going shiki. Oh, there we go. Now that is a Zero-Shiki in action, and this is the support variant. And you know, anything with the word shiki in it, it's basically kind of like this very popular mobile suit that everybody just, you know, just gets the nice soothing feel for the word shiki in it, you know. It's just like when it has the word shiki in it, it's just an absolute badass. I believe there's a ton of model kits that has all sorts of variants of shikis. And yeah, this is the Shiki Breaky Cheeky. So yeah, some nice cheeky shots that you can go in for. And as you can see, I have this whole combination right here. You go for the knuckle salient, you know, the little spitter. You know, you go Spooter Man with this thing in flight mode. And you know, in that shortcut, that's our stagger combination right there. This is kind of the custom parts that you put on here. Good stuff, man. I love this thing. It's just I love this goddamn Zero-Shiki, man. It's gotta be one of those Zero-Shikis that just, it's very busted. It's so busted. Even in matches, even in 1v1s, anywhere you put this mobile suit in, it's just going to wreck. It's going to, you know, it's going to do some damage. Now in this specific video, I'm just actually getting smacked. I think I got smacked so many times. I mean so many goddamn times in this one specific match with this high tier players. And you know, I was actually surprised that I was able to get the second place. I was like, what how? I just got whipped in the floor and I couldn't do anything about it. But the Shiki is just, it just literally told me, it's like, don't worry Bonsai, I can handle the damage. Now it's just gonna be pretty damn hilarious in a lot of these moments. And you know, this has to be one of my favorite mobile suits that has flight. Like literally, this thing is meant for flight. Just flight. You know, it's just, you go flight and you fight. That's what I like about this thing. Waiting for my boost to rejuvenate. Boosting into this whole sort of engagement. Look at me go, dude. I feel like a goddamn fighter, but with legs. I feel like a thing from Robotech or something. But yeah, this thing is just absolutely, it's phenomenally freaking awesome. It's one of those mobile suits, it's just at a glance, you know, it's just gonna be good. You know, you just like, you just look at it and you're just like, my god, what is that mobile suit? I want to use it. I want to use it. Look at all these guys. They're all shooting at me. And you know, I think this is like my very first match with this mobile suit right off the bat. And look how busted this thing is. Like, if a raid's trying to get at you, no problem. Bust flight, get out of there. Get. And it's so hilarious. It's like by the time the raid tries to get to you, by the time the raid tries to get at you, you're flying out of the occasion. You're just like, nope. You just dealt with the five generals. Once you're done with 5 generals, now you're gonna have to watch me fly away. That's what I love about this mobile suit. The Zero-Shiki right there, type 2, took an advantage, knocked me out. But I swear, man, this Zero-Shiki type 2 is just, my god. I think I got three games in a row. Literally 3 games in a row with this thing. And yeah, it was like so goddamn hilarious. I was like, oh my god, how the hell did I get 3 games in a row, just, you know, back to back with this mobile suit? And almost all my other games that I've had with this mobile suit, they weren't as good because they just kept on shooting at me. But look at this. Now the beam cannon on this thing, if you land both of these, man, they do literally 4k damage on a general, which is real good stuff. Right over here, I just kept on getting smacked in flight, and yeah, crazy stuff. Going in, trying and going for a nice shot. Players are stopping me before I go to flight mode, and you know, when it's literally 3 opponents trying to aim at you in flight mode, it's just really hard to get into flight. But if it's 2 or 1 opponent, man oh man, it's just really hilarious stuff. Going in, did a nice beautiful finisher right here. Going after this Asmer, shot the dude who just jumped up there. I'm like, my god, did a nice finishing shot right there. And yeah, man, this thing rocks so much gear on it. I love it. I really love this thing, and I'm probably gonna get back into this mobile suit, man. It's just one of those mobile suits that I'm just like, man, I'm just literally foaming in the mouth. I'm just like, oh yes, I want to use that Shiki, man. You know, when he looks sharp, you know, it's like the angles on him. Oof, look at nice angles, man. It's just a good angles. It's a very angular mobile suit. Boosting into these guys right over here, getting some nice coverage. Going flight, shooting, getting shot over and over in flight. But I swear to God, if you master the flight, you won't get shot. But, you know, it was like, excuse me, I had a really crazy hiccup because I got a little bit too excited with this Shiki. Going over here, going after this Dryzen. And the thing is, like, Dryzen's gonna have a hard time aiming his bazooka shot at you. His Tri-Blaze is gonna have a hard time trying to aim at you. This dude is gonna have a hard time trying to aim at you because they're not so used to dealing with a mobile suit that just can, you know, do all sorts of crazy flight maneuvers. Look at this, like a goddamn leaf on the ground. That's what I love about this thing. It's like one of those mobile suits where you just, man, it's kind of like a fantasy type of thing, man. I just like it. Asmer going in. Asmer missed. I boosted out of that occasion real nicely. Messing up, miscalculating. This was like literally my first match with this thing, and I was just having an absolute, like, this thing is an absolute troll. Like when it's literally in flight mode, it's just like, man, And I just didn't realize that you could just wiggle this thing like heavily. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful, serene, man. It's just, oh, it's just like the feet just slides on the ground like when you wake up in the morning and you just have your bare cold feet on the ground, and then you're just like, oh man, the cold feet. It's very soothing, and it's just like the floor turns warm all of a sudden, and you're just like, oh my god, why is it warm here? I don't know. Going over here, Asmer taking me out in these most perfect occasions. But I swear to God, man, this mobile suit is just, god damn it. And the thing about this mobile suit, the more you use it, the more, how can I put this? The more cheesy you can be. So yeah, some nasty stuff that this thing can pull off. You can, when it's in flight, oh my god, you can pull out like some maneuvers that your opponents have never seen before. And yeah, some good stuff. If the opponents are just in for like surprise movements, that's kind of like an uh-oh for, you know, players. And, you know, there's just a lot of mobile suits that, you know, have some really good flights, but this mobile suit has the flights of the staggers. Look at this. I just went flight to just go above that raid. And if there's a raid, just go in flight. They just can't. They can't touch you because you're flying, man. Can the raid fly? It really depends on what kind of raid, but you know, just wild stuff. Look at that, raid's having a hard time. It's like, man, it's so messed up. This most is so messed up for raids. You know what I mean? Like, you start the match, and then you're a raid, right? You're thinking raid tactics. You're thinking raid, and you're just like, oh, I'm going after the support. And it turns out the support can fly over you. The support can literally go over your team members, and all your team members are nothing but generals. So the raid is forced to fight those generals. That's how messed up. That's broken. That is absolute broken for a support. Now, this mobile suit can be very overpowered, and in a lot of occasions when you're using this support, you're gonna run out of boost, and when you run out of boost, you have all these stagger weapons that just going to, you know, pause the enemy opponent in their situation. It's just, you're just like, oh man, I'm just gonna spit my goddamn spitter knuckler at you. You know what I mean? Some good stuff. Boosting up here, and I'll be explaining the sort of, you know, the combinations and the sort of stuff that you can go in for this mobile suit. And I swear to God, but I feel like the melee on this mobile suit, it's not normal. A melee is like, it's like literally, it's like goddamn 20 cherries on top of this goddamn freaking mobile suit. You know what I mean? Like, when you go melee, you could go melee in flight. Like, come on. Like, that's really messed up. Like, you go melee in flight? Come on. There's some nasty, nasty stuff that this mobile suit can pull off, man. Crazy. Going in for the Vulcans for a nice finisher. Beautiful. Oh, man, it's just so rejuvenating just using this mobile suit. Just looking at this thing, it just makes me feel so good. The Zero-Shiki, my goddamn. The feeling of this thing is just, it could be literally untouchable. It could literally be untouchable if you can literally time your occasions just precisely. And you know, you could basically do like a streak without even dying with this thing. Like, I can sense it it's right off the bat, it could just do some really nice massive damage. Like, you can literally, you gain points, you know, when you think you're losing the match, you're just literally gaining points. You know what I mean? And as you can see, my very first video of this mobile suit, I was losing a match. Like, I was gaining points at the very end. It was just so wild. I was like, my god, dude, this thing is just so hard to just figure out how to approach this thing. Literally, when you're a raid, you tend to give up like halfway the match if this thing is just literally evading it. If the raid catches you with no boost, you know, it's super rare, but you know, it's just, my god, it's just hilarious stuff. Look at, I was trying to go for the melee, my team member knocked me down. Good stuff. He knocked down that Rick Diaz, struts him, and yeah, that thing's really good. Going over here, boosting, and this is a 550 cost, and there's also, I think, a 600 cost of this mobile suit, and yeah, very man, this thing rocks, man. It just, when you're flying, you actually feel like you're literally flying. Going over here, look at this, coming over here, flying over here, looking all fancy. Look at, I just got the high ground up here. Look at this, high ground all the time, there we go. Oh god, this thing's so messed up. It really is. Like, man, it's so mean. It really is. It's so mean, and it's so wild right here. I couldn't time my boost right there, and at this specific moment saw the raid coming towards me. No problem. Look at this, boosting up. Bye bye raid. All my other enemy team members knocked me out. Raid having a frustrating time. Look at him. He's just trying to get towards me. He was able to get a nice shot on me though. Good stuff. But you know, that's kind of a really nice maneuver. You maneuver super fast to the most highest point, the most highest elevation. Elevation. Yes, elevation is a celebration with this thing, and you just have to go in elevated. Going over here, going over here. Look at this, man. This thing is just freaking good, man. It's one of those sort of things where you just like, man, oh man, you know, there's so many other mobile suits that I can choose from, and then there's just ones that are just like on a god, like it's just godly. It could be really godly in a lot of scenarios, but you know, there are going to be certain moments where, you know, you get literally struck by a whole team, you know, by players, and you just can't get out of it. But ranking this mobile suit is kind of a very hard thing. But I'm just you know, I think it's definitely a 12 out of 10. I feel like it's definitely a 12 out of 10. It's a support, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty damn high for a support. That's got a really crazy number on this thing. But you know, the flight on this mobile suit is just, it's not like any sort of, you know, support. You know, I consider this mobile suit probably one of the most broken support. It can actually be one of the most broken supports in the game. It could be super broken, very broken, as a matter of fact. And I like broken. You know, things are pretty broken. You know, it's fun. It could be very fun. Going over here, blasting shots, and you know, it's just to top it off. You get this you get this beam cannon, okay? You get this beam cannon that you land both of them. They do double the damage, man. It's pretty damn draining on a lot of these occasions. And you know, you can say this is one of those cowards mobile suits, but you know, it's how you play it, you know. Raid trying to go after me, I went boosting, and he was able to get me. And you know, in that sort of scenario, he got away with it. But there are other videos where you just sometimes the whole team just can't aim at the sky. They just can't aim at the sky because they have ground targets to focus on. They literally have a lot of ground targets to literally focus on, and it's pretty damn yikes. Like, it really is a yikes. Especially, you know, that kind of technique. If you're trying to wiggle this mobile suit like extremely good, look at the goddamn reach of that melee. That is no normal goddamn support melee. You can do that in flight. Like, god damn, what were they thinking? This mobile suit is absolute madness. It is literally madness. And I believe I got like a first place with this mobile suit, but I really don't remember which video it was. But it's like, my god, I really want to use this more. But there's so many other ones that I just really want to use. This thing, it's got Spooderman on it. You literally spit the goddamn Salient on a goddamn freaking mobile suit, and it basically makes them slow. You know, they're covered. They're just covered with all this white stuff, and they're just mad. Some wild stuff. Plus, you know, it's just, oh my man, it's got this beam rifle. You know what I mean? Oh my god, it's got the beam rifle that the Zero-Shiki, the general, has. That's broken. I think it staggers too. I think with the full clip. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, haven't tested the goddamn freaking stagger on that beam rifle, but yeah, it's just, it's wild. And I'm kind of glad it's literally not like the beam rifle that the other general Zero-Shiki has, because man, that's some wild stuff. Going in, missed my Salient. You know, this thing's got a bazooka. It's got the beam shoulder cannons on flight mode. It's got its beam rifle. Then it's got this Salient. Then it's got these machine guns on this thing. So, you know, perfect, especially when you're trying to do some really nice finishers right here. And right over here, did some good stuff. Wanted to go melee. He was able to stop me before I could do melee. Player exploded me. Oh shit! Freaking Bow. I'm dead. I'm definitely dead right there. But yeah, the Bow. Look at this dude go. What a freaking crazy mobile suit. Look at this. He's literally handling 4 players, if you can see right there. He was handling 5 players. That was me. And he's gone right there. But damn, dude, the lifespan on that thing, just insane. Going over here, boosting, getting into the occasion. I think this is one of my new videos of this mobile suit. This is like a while ago. And when you're using this thing, god damn, this thing can just be, it can be a menace. It really can be such a menace right here. Right here, this guy just did a nice shot while I was in flight mode, you know. He literally smack dabbed the goddamn bazooka shot at my face. I couldn't do a single thing about it. Wild stuff. getting into this occasion. Look at this. Look at this. Terrifying, terrifying. Even this whatchamacallit, this bow right here is having a hard time trying to fight this mole suit, because this mole suit's in flight, you know. It's really hard for a raid to approach this. When you land on the ground, that's where your what's the word? Alright. Opportunity, I think. When it basically lands, especially when you're raid, that you have to take the opportunity to just knock it out before it's in flight. Because if it literally gets in flight, ooh, this thing is gonna go flying around, just like popping generals, just non-stop throughout the whole match. And it's just, yeah, look at this. This dude, he thought it was a regular mobile suit, but he was surprised that it was a flight. Boom, going in. Out of boost. Landed my bazooka. Hit his shield. Went in there. He got a little taste of the assailant. There we go. Nice finisher with the assailant. That's super rare. But, you know, man oh man. You could use assailant as damage, as you can see. Now, yeah, this thing is just, I just love looking at it. I just love looking the flight. I just love looking at all the armaments that this mole suit has. I don't think it should literally be 12 out of 10. I think this mole suit should literally be 13 out of 10, because it's got, you know, it's got a good amount of HP, you know. It's got a good amount of boosts. It's a very, very, you know, it's a very hard mobile suit to just go up against. And as you can see, in flight mode, I was like moving up, back, forwards, beaving and bobbing with this in flight mode. And if you can beave and bob in flight mode, that gives you a higher chance of an opponent's going to basically miss you on the ground. The more you use this mode, the more the opponents are just going to miss their shots. And I'm not bullshitting on that. When you're just when you master this thing, and when I mean master this thing, oh man, it could get to the point that the opponents are just going to be missing a lot of their shots. Because when you're in flight mode, you could do some pretty damn irregular moves. And irregular moves, just like the what is that mobile suits, that the goof flights, like those goof flights, they do some irregular moves, but you know, it's really difficult for them to stay on the ground, and they are low cost. When they're in flight, those mobile suits, it makes them really, really difficult to use. And you know, players just don't want to shoot at a mobile suit. They don't want to shoot at a mobile suit when they're just going to be missing. They don't want to shoot a mobile suit that they're going to be missing all the time. That's the reason why they got freaking nerfed. Going over here, boosting. This is an absolute terror to be up against. Oh man, it's nasty. It really is nasty. You go in with your beam cannon. You go in with your bazooka. You go in with your beam gun. You can even go in with your Vulcans. And I think the Vulcans also stagger if it's a full clip. So it's real nasty for mobile suits. Very, very, very good. This thing is really good in 1v. Like, it's really good in 1v1s. If you ever go 1v1 on players, this thing is just going to it's gonna poop. It's gonna poop. It's gonna be funny, but it's good. It's just gonna do some really nice damage. Right over here, caught him. He thought I was in flight, man. He thought I was in flight. I was like, nuh-uh, I'm on the ground. Look at this thing. Very, very painful. So hard to go up against. Artillery got me. Don't understand. I was at the edge, and it knocked me out. And that's what literally pisses players off the most. They don't want to shoot at something that they cannot aim at, so they automatically aimed their artillery in that whole sector, because there was literally 4 or 5 players just literally huddled up in that whole situation. But yeah, I love this thing. And as you can see, I even got first in that match, and the match was a loss. Like, why? How did I do that? You know, you could bust miracles with this thing. The more you use it, the more abusive this thing. you could just literally be sliding. You literally slide in flight. You know, you slide here, you slide there, you slide on top of that goddamn building. You get on top of these goddamn silos. I mean, you're everywhere. And the best part, when you're landing, this mobile suit, you know, delicately lands. Like, it's just like steps on the ground, like if it's some sort of, I don't know, some angel or something like that. But it's just, my god, man, it just feels so good using this thing. And I'm not even the best with this. I really want to get the best. I want to be the best with this thing, but it's just like, I can sense when I see something, and when I see something, I know it could be broken. Just like right off the bat, I'm just like, oh my god, this thing has so much abusive purposes. Look at this raid. Look at him. He's trying to figure out, how should I approach this guy? Look at this. And I got flight, you know, like, I can get out of this situation. The Regi Z is going to have a hard time trying to approach me. Right over here, I messed up. I should have been in flight mode and got out of the whole situation, like, right off the bat. You know, it's just like the key decisions that it's a tip. The key decisions that you put onto this mobile suit, it can literally save you. It saves you like so much. It literally saves you so much. Sometimes it can actually leave you as the last guy on your team. Literally, it can lead you to the point that you're the last guy on your team, and then you're fighting off a whole group of guys with this thing. And my god, it's one of those mobile suits where I just I adore using this thing. You know, like, you probably think like, oh, the beam cannon, you're just literally staying in one position in flight mode. Do you know how broken that one position in flight mode is? It's not like you stay in one position on the ground. This thing is staying in one position in the in the sky. Me and this guy were repairing each other's mobile suits. Trade for a trade, good stuff. And then right into the action. Trying to wait for my bazooka to reload, messing up a lot of my shots. Did a nice finishing shot on that Zero-Shiki, very dangerous mobile suit, boosting over here. And I think this support and the others Shiki support are really broken mobile suits. They're really good, very good mobile suits. And I haven't used the Zero-Shiki. I mean, the other support Shiki. I forgot the name. I think it's the Kai variant. But that thing kicks ass. I know for a fact it kicks ass. And it's actually a highly advanced mobile suit. This one's also a highly advanced mobile suit. And yeah. Oh god, man, look at this. What makes this even more broken is just like, you're trying to drop artillery on me, man? You trying to drop artillery? Oh, no worries. I can just literally go flight mode. And I just fly off. Look at this delicate, beautiful, delicate walking right there. God damn. Trying to go after this opponent right over here. Trying to find the right moment to strike. And when you find the right moment to strike, they're literally paralyzed. Like, they just can't get out of it. And you know, they're gonna have to focus on above and the ground with this mobile suit. You know what I mean? Look at that, saving my team members. Very, very worthy mobile suit. Does what it's supposed to do, does its work. Look at that. Beautiful. Like, I don't know why, but it just dips. Like, it just dips so good. I messed up his sounds. I literally saw the guy say support me. I was just like, oh, there's a BGZ. I don't want to go there. Going over here. Trying to aim my shots. Getting in. Very, very, very nice. Very extravagant. Very extravagant. Ooh. Ooh. The nice shots right there. That's what I'm talking about, that beam rifle. And like the beam rifle on this thing, it's got some nice range too. You know, it's just everything about this is just, it works. Everything on this thing works. It feels good. It works. Yeah, I mean, it's not gonna be like, wow, oh my god, what a monster of a mobile suit. Look at this guy going in for a melee. He's missing his shot. I could have gone 1v1. It's just almost every single time when I'm trying to go against the Asmer, the Asmer is with a player. Going over here, boosting up, got out of the occasion. Broken. That's broken. That is so broken. What is the what the hell, man? That's so crazy. It was like at that point I was just literally fighting against 3 or 4 guys. I really couldn't count how many guys were going after me, but it was just hilarious. My god. This thing's an absolute freaking monster. I love this thing. You're gonna be like, oh well, Mozart, if you love this thing, why don't you just have why don't you have sex with the thing? I'm just like, well, I just can't, man. Going in, trying to boost. There we go. Good stuff. Oh god, I just like, god. And the crazy thing is, like, when I jump, when you jump, you can activate the flight. So when you basically jump out of any sort of occasions, just like if you're trying to jump to the left or jump to the right, you can activate it, and you literally dodge beam rifle shots. You know what I mean? And there's all kinds of cover in this game, and with the sort of, you know, the feels of just jumping out, and then you just like, oh man, I'm taking cover behind this building, or I'm taking cover over here because I'm in flight. You know, like it's like, why, devs? Why did you put this mobile suit in the game? Why? Oh god, dude. Oh, I love it. And I just had to slap this red and white color on this thing because it's just got this absolute speed. And oh man, it's like on the ground without even using flight, you can still boost right off the bat. Get into flight, you go into wherever you want to go. Look at this. Up and down, up and down. L1, L2, L1, L2, L1, L2, or L1, 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 L2, 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 L1. Oh my god, what a monster. Alright, going over here, trying to get over here. Look at this, such a delicacy. Landing my miracle shots right there, which is really nice. Boosting, going after this very good mobile suit, messing up a lot of my shots, going after shots. My team members are getting knocked out right there, trying to get out of this occasion. Support after me. Only thing that could save me is I just jump into flight mode as quickly as possible. Don't want to get smashed by this Gaplant. Look at this, flight mode. Get out of here. What? You're a raid? Like I'm just playing games with this guy. Playing games. Wasting his boost. Look at this dude. And I got this whole sort of flight mode type of thing, so that's what makes this thing absolute cheese. You could just literally be playing against raids. Like, come on, look at this raid. He's struggling. You can do this to every single raid of the game. I'm not kidding. Look at him. He's frustrated. Look at this. At this point, I'm just freaking playing with him. I was just like, bro. And he was taking forever, and I was just going 1v1 against a raid, and I had no support, teamwork, or anything like this. And he was a high tier player. Oh man, such a troll. This thing is an absolute, it's genius. Man, this thing's just so goddamn freaking magnificent. Like, when you're finished with the boost on the ground, it just feels so good. You know, it's just like, man, this thing's like an angel. Getting up here, it's like this thing just came from the heavens or something like that to reap the sins of the crazies. Going over here, boosting, flight, doing some work. Try to go for melee, and when you land your melee with this thing, man, it just feels so good. It really does. Going in, try to aim, miss my shot. Support trying to go away, and look at that. Look the comparison from my support from that support. Like, he can't boost like me. Like, he can't go flight mode like me on this thing. You know what I mean? You can go flight mode on this thing. You can go flight. Did a nice beautiful finishing shot right there. Touching the ground, with my feet with this thing like if it's Mother Earth. Going over here, getting into this really nice occasion. Activated boost, going after the raid, finish the raid. Nice, beautiful mobile suit. Oh my god. That takes big chunks of health, big damage. Flight again. Look at me go. Just flight. Nice finishing shot. Gonna go around him. And at this whole specific scenario, at this whole point, I didn't know which area to strike the players. I'm like, oh, Dryzen, good target. Going after the Dryzen. Gave him a little taste of that beam action. Nice shot. Out of boost. They all strike me. Oh, and to top it off, you know what makes this thing even more broken? If your legs are broken, you could go flight. You know, like, oh my god. What were the devs thinking? I remember when I pulled this mobile suit when it basically came out, I was like, oh man, I was actually having so much fun with this thing. And you know, a lot of people were talking about a lot of mobile suits that were, you know, just as good. You know, they were saying like, oh, these other mobile suits are just amazing. This thing is literally a 13 out of 10 because of all the remarkable sort of things that you can actually pull off with this thing. It's just, it's not normal. It's no normal mobile suit. You know, this is where the point they just literally have to spam this in the chat. Are they a new type? You know, look at this, and it looks so rad. Like, come on. Getting in here, did some nice damage, and when you take a knee, you do more damage when you're taking knees. Missed my shot, went in for the beautiful sword melee. Boosting. God damn, dude, this I love this mobile suit. Look at that, getting out of the whole occasion, out of that raid's range right there, and the game was over right there. And see y'all later. Take care. Definitely a 13 out of 10. Brutal of a mobile suit. Brutal.